Hello and thank you for joining me. This is the weekly reading for Saturday the 14th of July to Sunday the 20th of July. So we're picking a couple of cards, a couple of tarot, a couple of oracle cards and an angel card today. So this is my first pack that I'll be using. Don't forget, I am still available for private readings if you'd like a one-to-one reading with me. They last an hour and they're £45, British pounds. And I do them via a Zoom link as well. So I can connect with you wherever you are in the world. Hopefully I'll have a time that suits. I'll put the link in my description so you can go to my website and book a reading if you'd like to. Right, who's the first card coming out for us? The Knight of Swords. I feel like this is the idea of, I want to say the Crows of thoughts, and his thoughts running with him and taking him somewhere. Now, we all have that, don't we? We all have, our thoughts can literally send us in one direction or the other. I'm thinking now of when your phone rings and you automatically assume it's something bad and panic. We've all done that, haven't we? If it's sort of phone late at night or something like that. But I do feel like that he is coming in here to remind us that should be in control of our thoughts, not the other way round. We can go off on a magical journey, but these crows, these thoughts can take us off in any direction. So I do really feel that this is about staying on a path that's actually helpful to you. It looks like this guy's took a bit of a wrong turn. He's in some very dark clouds there. There's a beautiful castle just in the background. Maybe he's come from there. Maybe he's come from that safety and now he's right out a little bit of his comfort zone there, I think. I feel that that is where our mind can take us sometimes, to some very dark places, very, very quickly. Someone says something to us, it reminds us of a situation that happened, it triggers us, and we're off, aren't we? We're angry, we're sad, we're upset, we're scared, we're anxious. So we all have the capacity. Our minds are amazing things, but sometimes they, left unchecked, they can, they can be a little bit unhelpful, shall we say. Now, when a knight comes up in a reading, it can mean lots of situations. It can mean lots of different things. It can be a situation that you're in. It can be an aspect of your personality. It can be somebody else. For this, I feel I want to say this is an aspect of your personality. This is a part of your mind that is still triggered by learned behaviour, things that happened in our childhood, something like that. And I think there's going to be some time for some introspective work there, looking at why we can suddenly find ourselves in this mindset that is really not helpful for us. It could be caused by somebody else saying something. It could be by really wanting to do something with your life but being held back in some way because your mind's not letting go of fear. So be aware of that this week. Be aware of it. You might not even be able to do much about it, but once you're aware of the pattern, the thought pattern, that's half the battle won. Okay, let's see what our rider... Oh, okay. Right, definitely some stuff going on with our mind here. The swords are related to the air element and often to do with the air signs in the zodiac. So they're very much up in the mind. I feel like this is the two options that our tarot cards are getting to us. We can go down here or we can meditate, we can get calm, we can bring ourselves back. Maybe this church is part of this lovely castle. We can bring ourselves back to a calmer, meditative state. We can just take a breath. We can just stop. We don't have to go on down that journey. Remember, this is a magical unicorn. I'm sure he can do U-turns as well as fly. I do remember somebody once explaining thought processes are like bus routes. You get on a bus and you kind of miss your stop and you carry on going. And it's taking you where you don't want to go. But actually, you can get off the bus, cross the road, get the other bus back. And I really feel like that's what these two cards are encouraging us to do this week. And I'm just laughing because it's actually my 50th birthday this week. So, you know, if ever there was an opportunity for your mind to go to a very dark place when you turn 50, I should be taking this message myself very much. I think I've worked out how that could possibly play out in my week. So hopefully you will see when this is playing out and choose the calmer option. Choose the, it's okay, breathe, it's fine, it'll pass. Okay, let's see what else we've got. I'm going to use these lovely cards. I know a lot of you have got these cards, these Energy Oracle cards by Sandra Ann Taylor. They're very popular actually, and they've got some beautiful messages in there. So let's see what we've got. Okay. Ah, that's lovely, isn't it? Caring connections. And you know what? When we're being our own worst enemy, which I feel this kind of is, it's nice when somebody else comes in and offers you just a little bit of a different perspective. Maybe comes in and, you know, it could be something really sweet, like just making you a cup of tea and listening to your worries. It could be, say this guy's giving her flowers. People care about you. And I think that's something that we often forget when our mind's going into overdrive. People love you. People care about you. There are people out there that really, really, really do want the best for you. Okay, it might be your family. It might be your friends. It might be your partner. It might be your children. It might be your grandchildren. But I feel that this card, as I've picked it, I've got the message come through, you are loved. So I feel that that is something that's either going to be very obvious this week or something you're going to need to remind yourself if you're feeling a little bit down and a little bit like the world is against you. So maybe this is a reminder to get in touch with the people that you care about. Maybe you're the one that needs to actually be this person. Maybe it makes you feel better when you're caring about other people. Some people do really, if you're a healer or an empath, actually surrounding yourself with people that you can help and love and care about can actually be quite good for your soul. So they are out there for you, those lovely caring connections. So don't ignore them or take them for granted or shout them. Okay, right, let's see what else we've got now. I'm using Lorraine Goodfellow's cards. These are beautiful. Oh, and a couple of people asked me about Tanazi's cards, the Forever Conscious cards. I haven't got some. There is a pack on it their way to me, so I'm very excited about getting them. Obviously, they come all the way over from America. So I shall use those as soon as I've got them. As soon as I've got used to them, I shall start using those with my readings as well. Okay, right. Oh, that's lovely. A good message. Financial security, prosperity is leading your way. Certainly been a shift last week. Obviously in the UK we've got a new government, so it's out with the old, in with the new. Is that going to make a difference to you? Maybe it will. But anyway, I do think that this, again, we were talking about worries in our head. Financial things, money can be a big part of our worries, can't it? And sometimes we just do feel like we can't make ends meet. So there's an amazing book actually that I read. It's called Love Money, Money Loves You. It's by a lady called Sarah McCrum. If you worry about money, that is definitely a book that is worth reading. It's spoken as in money is speaking to us and explaining that it's an energy, it's a life force around us. So we should enjoy it a little bit more. And that's very difficult if you have got money worries, I know. But just having that affirmation that there's plenty of money to go round, money can come to us, we can gain money doing things that we love. There's so many things in that book, and I've used it and worked with it, and it does definitely work. So I would recommend that. But again, this is the idea of just our minds going off, isn't it? Our minds going off, worry. It's a very difficult thing not to do because we need money. We obviously do. And having security is a great thing that we don't often feel that we have. I do really sense this week there's going to be a turning point in our thinking. Now, whether that's because we do get a little bit of outside help or outside perspective to stop beating ourselves up in our head about what we lack and what we can't do and what's wrong in our world. I feel like this is going to shift us to make us see what's available to us, what is actually out there in our world. So, you know, let's look at these two as a difference to that. That can be our mind, actually that can be the reality. So there is going to be a bit of a reality check, maybe a feeling of abundance of what you actually have got, what you can use or do to gain more money, how other people could help you or how you can help other people. You might have an amazing gift, an amazing talent, and somebody sees that in you and connects with you because they actually want to work with you in some way. Lots of different opportunities there, lots of exciting newness I feel this week. So new opportunities can, again, our minds can go off because our mind doesn't know that particular world, so it worries about it and likes to keep us in the familiar. But I'm feeling we're being pushed to a new way of life and a new familiar. So we've got to just let our mind read that memo and make sure it doesn't sabotage opportunities that I feel are coming our way. So I'm going to finish with an angel card today. Let's hope this ties in beautifully. Okay. So I've got Sonia here, the angel Sonia, and she says, I bring a message from your deceased loved one. I'm happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. So again, we've got that word worry. And actually, that can be something that's going on in our mind as well, isn't it? Sadness, grief. That can all send us down a deep road where we forget what we have got around us. We forget that we have got people that love us still on earth and that our loved ones are still there, although we can't see them and talk to them. It's a very difficult path to navigate, that one. But I feel that this angel's coming in just to offer a different perspective. I obviously mentioned about the finances and the caring connections, but I feel that they tie into this card as well, because if you are thinking about somebody in spirit, you're not thinking about your life here on earth, which could be very, very beautiful. Now, obviously, we've got the financial security, so maybe there is like an inheritance thing going on there. Maybe you are going to get some money from a loved one that's sadly passed over. At the time, doesn't feel like much of a consolation, but it can be a massive game changer. And the caring connections that come in, that kind of ties in with that message too, because I do feel like when you are grieving or lost someone, it might be a pet, might be a family member, might be a friend, might be a colleague, it might be just somebody on the news that's really touched your heart and it's really resonated with you, that sadness is there. I feel you sometimes get people coming in and they are an absolute godsend, and they could be somebody that you didn't quite expect. It could be a neighbour or a friend you haven't seen for years, and they come into your life and they help you and bring you back down to earth. I feel like that is another message about with this meditation, the 4, bringing us back down to that present, to the moment, and seeing what we have got around us. Just gaining that, you know, yes, there's things we haven't got, and that's sad because it is sometimes people. It is sometimes our circumstances aren't the greatest, but we can always move on from where we're at. So, but perhaps not just immediately. Perhaps we have got to take a little bit of time just to adjust. But I do really feel with any sadness and worries that are coming in this week, there is also going to be abundance and opportunities being offered. So I hope that you see both of those sides and you get the shift and you can see the possibilities of where your life is going to be going. So I'll be back again next week with another reading for you. I hope you enjoyed that weekly reading. The next one will be uploaded on Sunday the 21st. So I look forward to seeing you then. Bye for now.